The national championship season is upon us in college golf. We already know when and where the women's teams and individuals will be competing. Tonight, it's all about the men and their postseason fate. Some are automatic qualifiers, some are all but certain they're in, while some are literally sitting on the edge of their seats hoping to get their shot to play for a national title. All right, let's go through these regions, starting in Columbus, Ohio. Hosted by Ohio State, being held at the OSU Scarlet course. They're hoping for good weather up there in the Midwest. There are 13 teams in this region, and here they are. Some things to know in this group. Illinois has won 3 of its last 4 events, including its 4th straight Big Ten championship. The Texas Tech Red Raiders do not have a win this season, but they did finish runner-up in 6 of their first 7 events. Michigan State is one of the last teams in as an at-large team. Congrats to the Yale Bulldogs. They are making a return to regionals after winning the Ivy League by 22 strokes. Let's get some reaction. How about UNLV reacting to the great news, the 4th seed in the Columbus Regional?
Well, Dwaine Knight, the head coach, who's won a national championship there, they've been texting and emailing saying this has become a regular thing for me. Remember, we used to do it early. They'd get up really early out in Las Vegas, so they're thrilled that they can have a late afternoon lunch out there in Nevada to find out exactly where they're
going. Dwaine, back to the Midwest, it seems like it's familiar territory for you, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been sent back there since almost every year. You know, it's either Ohio State or Purdue, and we've been comfortable going back there. It's a great golf course. We know a lot about it, and I think it's a great golf course because it plays hard, and there's going to be really good teams back there. So if we play our game, it should play right into our comfort zone.
Is it, having played well against those particular teams already, how important is that?
I think it helps a lot. We're very familiar with them. All the teams that are going to be back there, we've been playing with them either at their home course or some others around the country. And our last few events, we've been really playing at a high level. And I think that one down at Arizona State is going to be the one that gives us a lot of confidence. It boosted us going into the conference up in Seattle. We played really well there, and we shot 50 under at Tucson, just a few weeks before that. It's been some really important, what do I want to say? It's been some really important experiences for our team, and the fact that we could play at that level, and then the fact that we put together some really good tournaments, with the best teams in the country, head to head. That should help us a lot as we go through the next few weeks.
What about the course of Columbus? How does it set up for you?
It's good. It's going to play long, hard. I don't know how much rough they've been able to grow, because they're coming out of the winter. But normally they have some really pretty tough rough. You got to drive it well. It's a ball hitter's golf course, and the greens are tough, but it's kind of greens that we like to play on. So I think it plays into our hands, and if we play golf like we've been playing the last 6 weeks, it should be a good test for us.
Does this remind you of last season when you went into this regional role, and obviously you won your regional last season?
Yeah, I think it's similar. We don't have a few of the guys that we had a year ago. Johnny Oder was a big part of that group, obviously, but Shintaro stepped in and been a great leader for this group. Garrick Higo, just joined us a semester from South Africa, and he's a big piece of what we need to have happen as we move forward. He's a quality young man. He's going to be an awesome player on the world stage someday. He's trying to get comfortable here. The Harry Hall is, in his junior year for us, and has played a lot of great golf for us. So we have a lot of experience at the top. Justin Kipp's going to be real important because he's our 5th player. And we called on him to throw in some big rounds for us, and he's done it. But if we get some consistency out of him, I like our chances to really make a good showing.
After what happened in NCAA last season, is there a hunger that carries how close you guys came? Is that something you've talked about with the team? Or?
No, it's one shot. We go to the Final Four when we're that close. The last couple of years, we've really been at a high level going into the Nationals, and I think we're more comfortable. No matter where we're sent, we're comfortable. And our goal is to try to get another national championship. I like this team. I like its energy. We're doing things well off the course in school as well as on the course. It's nice to have that capability and that consistency. of a group, and we tend to have it with this group.
Oh, just one other thing about the NCAA record, 30 straight years going to regional.
Yeah.
That's obviously tough to do, to speak on that accomplishment.
Well, and under one coach, it's the longest streak. Under several coaches, Oklahoma State and that's are tied at 30. And when you think of all the teams in the country, you know, that's a lot of teams, and only two have gone this far. I remember you and I were always counting, you know, this being my 30th year here, you know, it's kind of special for me to get to that level and have been in the NCAAs that many times. You're going through, you have to have a lot of good fortune to make it happen. You've got illness, you've got injuries, you've got a lot of things that come into play. Guys turn pro. But for us to have that streak is really, I think, a thank you to the community for all they've done for us. And we've worked hard and tried to stay at that level for a lot of years, and we've been fortunate to be able to do it.
The momentum you're taking in this tournament, or is there such a thing as momentum you think you feel party?
I think it's pretty good momentum. I mean, like, I think we've played in Ohio State a lot prior years, so I think it's really good. Coaches have a lot of knowledge around the course, so they're going to pass it on to us, and I've actually won there once, so that also helps a lot. And yeah, I think we'll be okay.
So it's got to be a special place for you, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's my first collegiate win, and it happened to have a snowstorm, and it canceled to only 2 rounds instead of 3. But and then I had to go through 4 playoff holes, and then finally won. So it was awesome.
Does that mean a lot to you as far as the confidence standpoint, going to a place where you have won?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, we're all doing pretty well. We're all fighting really well when it comes down to the end. And Ohio State's it's a really tough course. It's really long, and it's not easy. But I think when it comes to tougher courses, for UNLV, our team, we do a really good job. So I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, you guys won the regional last year. Is that a big deal this year? Does that help?
Oh yeah, I think because, you know, it's nationals, like, everyone wants to qualify for everything, but at the same time, like, since we have, you know, we've won regionals at one point, I think it carry on momentum onto this year that, you know, we can do the same thing, even if we're like the 4th ranked seed at the regional site, like, we can still come up to be number 1.
And these teams you're facing, the top teams, you did well against them pretty recently. How does that help as far as confidence goes?
I mean, it's awesome, like, knowing that we can actually be one of the top dogs, and we can be we can be in contention for winning nationals. And I think, especially this semester, our team chemistry definitely built up to be stronger. And the more teams we play with, the stronger the teams that we're with. I think each tournament we feel more comfortable, like, after round by round. Like, we played with Oklahoma State for 36 holes, and they're the #1 country at ASU tournaments. And I think we beat them, so I think that's a big momentum for us.
And coming so close last season to the NCAA championship, is that something that carries over to this season as far as the hunger goes?
I think so, just because, you know, we have all the support here, and the community just loves UNLV golf program, and I mean, we do it for them. So I mean, it's been awesome. Like, especially last year, we were in Elite 8. A few of us were on the team, and we want to relive that moment. And obviously, go further to win the national championship.
Thanks, Shintaro.